LA, I see you. When y'all come in, hit that like button for me, gang. What's good, Zeal? Austin, what's up? NC, what's the word, baby girl? Kong, what's good? Happy Easter, man. Y'all get on in here, man. Happy Easter, y'all. Y'all come in here, man. When y'all come in, hit that like button for me. Y'all come in, man. We trying to get these algorithms back right, man. When y'all come in, hit that like. Let's get it. Make sure y'all comment or something. Then after I get through with the live, make sure y'all share it and make sure that y'all comment on it. Everybody put 5 comments. We gonna get back in this algorithm. So this past number 4, I got 2 more left before I start on my 8s. Then the lives will be longer, and I'm gonna start doing them a little bit later in the day. I know this kind of early for a lot of people. It's actually not a good posting time. Y'all come on in here, man. We got 54 people in here. We got 31 likes. Docs, what's good? We got Long Island in here. Black Orpheus in here. What's good? East St. Louis in here. Schaumburg in here. Happy Easter to everybody, man. Shout out Harlem. We got 404 in the building, man. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. My birthday just passed. I'm now a 35-year-old man. And it feel good. It feel good just soaking up this sun, breathing in this good oxygen, and saying that I'm 35 years old and I'm still living. Real talk. It feels very good. To be still living in 2023 when I never thought I'd reach the age of 25. I never thought that I would live to get this old. You know? So it's definitely a blessing. And I want to just say this, man. I know it's a lot of bloggers out there that's into it with each other, nickering and snickering and bickering with each other. But I'm gonna do it like this, man. Shout out to AK-47. Shout out to my boy Seti Nash. Shout out to my boy Dale. Shout out to Truth Teller. Shout out to Trenches News. Shout out to my boy Swirl Talk TV, man. Shout out to 3J. Shout out to Vlad. Shout out to Academics. Shout out to DJ UTV, man. You know? Shout out to everybody that's doing it, man, and they rocking with me, man. I got a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Chirac Street Legends for y'all coming up. And it's going to be the first Chirac Street Legends that I did in a long time that really, like, touched me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this next Chirac Street Legends, man, is going to be a really, really good episode. And it really, like, you know, it really, like, touched me on I guess you could say a spiritual level because, you know, a couple of the situations that took place in this guy's life, man, you know, I don't wish it on nobody. So, man, and it's definitely West Side content. I know y'all been asking for West Side content, and I know it's been a while, but it's some West Side content, man. Coming from not my old neighborhood, but you know, coming from the West Side, like I said, but this gonna be coming from Humble Park. So, yeah, man, y'all definitely be looking for that. It's 86 people in here. I got 44 likes. Thank you, your sweet place. Appreciate that, Justin One Change. He said Zach TV will be proud, gang. Keep doing your thing. Yeah, you know. See, I ain't all the way home yet. I know a lot of y'all saying, you know, welcome home. It's kind of like I'm home because I'm coming on past. Those of y'all that really rock with me and really be paying attention to the message and the things that I say, y'all know that I'm not necessarily all the way out. But a lot of people saying welcome home, so I'm just, you know, I'm just welcoming. I got to the point where I don't even want to keep saying it, so it's just like welcome home. So I say in a lot of comments like appreciate it, glad to be home. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is kind of like I'm home, but I got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. And I'm gonna tell them, I'm on these lives, I'm gonna keep saying that. But it just goes to show me who's really listening, who's really paying attention. But like I said, either way, I appreciate y'all. Now, we got 102 people in here. We got 55 likes, y'all. Let's get these likes up. Your boy trying to get back in the algorithms, y'all. Yeah, I'm on work release. I'm trying to get back in these algorithms. I got 230,000 subscribers, y'all. And from what I see, not even 50% of my subscribers is even watching my content. I don't know if they not. I don't know if, people just not getting my notifications or what's going on. But the numbers are definitely down. I know I was gone for a while, but I'm back, y'all. Let's get it cracking. Your boy got to eat too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the real King Ado for that donation. What'd he say? ZAR. Shout out to the baby girl NC, man. Shout out to your sweet place. Shout out to Judah. Shout out to my shout out to my moderators, man. My moderators, I got the best moderators on YouTube, man. Y'all be doing y'all thing. Real talk, man. Definitely shout out to my moderators. Real talk. And a lot of my moderators got stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, let's finish. Let's start where we left off, y'all. Let's start back getting in tune with each other, going to each other channels. I went to one of my moderators' channel the other day, and I seen where, she be doing her thing, she be posting, and I apologize about that. I'm not, I haven't been necessarily looking around like I supposed to, but just to let y'all know, man, if you got anything going on, especially my moderators, inbox me your videos and let me know. Like SN, I ain't just one of these channels to just be on your live. Like, I got stuff going on my channel too. I'm definitely supporting everybody, especially those who support me the most. So y'all just make sure it ain't that SN TV just ain't rocking with you. No, I most people don't really be having too much going on, you know what I'm saying? But if you got something going on your channel, man, just let me know. I'm definitely rocking with y'all, for real. Appreciate Anthony McClinton, man. Appreciate you for that donation, gang. Real talk. And we just got a new member. Oh, we just got a new lieutenant. AR, man. That's what's up, man. Welcome to the family. All right. I'm going to go and get into the live. Let me get a time check. Let me get a time check, y'all. What time is it? What time, baby? Okay, that's pretty good timing. All right. So, the title was, I said, let's talk about rats. Okay. Now, here's the thing about rats. The term rat is normally used, especially in the black community, in the Italian community, might I add, is normally used for somebody who's snitching, And I was doing a little research, and, thanks to Wifey, I ended up finding out where the term actually originated from and why it's used so much. And I did a little research on, this guy that went by the name of John Calhoun. Now, what John Calhoun did was, he did research dealing with, it was kind of like dealing with psychology or society rather, but he did the research, he did the experiment with rats and mice. Now, the thing about that is, this was like in the 1950s through the 1970s. They try to discredit the research that he did, but they use his research each and every day. And his research is part of the reason why they start formulating so many projects and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so what his research did was he took these rats, he put these rats in a society. He built these rats kind of like something kind of like a project where each rat had its own, its little space. It had like little recreational things in it to where the rats can go and deal with each other. They congregated to go eat. They played, and this was like a real experiment that was monitored 24 hours a day for like 20 years. And I really kind of like had an epiphany when I studied this, because it was like, damn, this is exactly what they did to the black community. I mean, just being honest. When they first started off with these communities, the population of the rats was a moderate population, meaning that it wasn't many rats. They'll start this little rat community off with like 100 rats. So it was plenty of food to go around. It was when they wanted to go play, they can go play with each other without too many rats being involved. And everything was good. But once the rats start mating, copulating, the population began to increase. Once the population began to increase, it was total chaos. When the population began to increase, they didn't increase the amount of food that they was giving the rats. They kept the same amount of food that they was giving the rats. So that meant that a lot of the rats wasn't able to eat. So what did this do? This made the rats get depressed. The rats started fighting with each other. The rats started, some of them would completely seclude themselves from the rest of the rats. Like, it's crazy, because when you look at the projects, this is exactly what it is. Everybody can't be the man, Everybody cannot be the man. Everybody ain't gonna have money. Everybody not gonna be popular. And there's a lot of people struggling and don't know where their next meal gonna come from. So during this experiment, the rats went from positive rats to negative rats. I'm talking about the rats went on a straight decline. And this was over a matter of years that it took for these rats to end up in the position that they ended up in. Before it was over, the rats would get pregnant. Some of the mother rats would take half of the babies and leave the rest. Some of the mother rats would abandon the baby as soon as she had the rats. Some of the pregnancies, some of the baby rats would die before the rat could even come out the rat. It got real crazy. But what I noticed is it was a lack of food. Once these rats increased, it started being, now it's too many rats out here in this recreational space, so they can't even play. So what did they start doing? They started fighting, eating each other up. It got total. It was total chaos. So white people took this experiment and used it on black people. If you ever been to a project or you ever lived in a project, you know that most of those projects were extremely overpopulated. Most of the people in the projects were low income, didn't work nowhere, or if they did have a job, guess what? They had a low budget job. They had a job to where they was living check to check, and if they had kids, I mean, it was bad. So it got to the point where mothers would have to go kill, steal, rob, sell pussy or do whatever they had to do just to feed their kids. So when in the 1980s, when they came out with crack, imagine what that did. And this don't just apply to the projects. This is most black neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? I know blocks where it's 100 motherfuckers that just stay on one block. Cause you got 5 and 6, 7, 10 people, 15 people in one house. They're in here living like Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? We've all heard those stories about, which this wasn't my story, but we've all heard, in my case, I've seen stories to where a single mother Whether it's her fault that she's a single mother or not, but a single mother may have 8 to 9 kids. They all living in one bed or 2 bedroom apartment. You know what I'm saying? And then she had all these kids and she ended up getting on drugs. So the older sister or the older brother will end up having to take care of the whole family. What did that do? Now the older sister or the older brother can't live their childhood. They can't go to college or do whatever it was that they wanted to do in life. And 9 times out of 10, they ended up having to get in the streets to make a quick dollar, because if they didn't do this, then it wasn't going to be no way that they could eat. You see what I'm saying? And I figured out that the terminology rat actually comes from this experiment as well. Because when you got people that are doing stuff in the streets, or people that are doing stuff that are illegal, and then turn around and tell on the next person, or you got people in, I heard Chicago World News say this, and I believe it. I wasn't around in the 60s, I wasn't around in the 70s, but from the research that I've did, you had a lot of people back then, a lot of gang leaders would go do stuff and then blame it on other gang leaders just to get them out the way. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the terminology rat came from. It is used loosely, but I said all that to say this. We've been duped. We've been bamboozled. We've been fooled. Once again. It's like we so smart, but we just so dumb. You know what I'm saying? Because all of this stuff that's going on, it was set up to be like this. It was set up. And you know, we kind of just fell right into the trap. And a lot of people want to put it on, well, this is what, these are the results of post-slavery. And I agree with that to an extent. But then again, this 2023, y'all. Slavery ended in the late 1800s. And you know, you had the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s to where, you know, the segregation and the Jim Crow, you know, shit that was going on. Martin Luther King and the NAACP, Malcolm X, you had all of that going on. That wasn't that long ago, true enough. But time is moving so fast, and technology is getting so advanced, and things are just advancing so fast and progressing so fast to the point to where a lot of stuff that we still doing, it should be irrelevant. You know, just how, like, you know how styles get old, clothes and shoes get old and shit like that. Y'all ever sit back and think, why is it that gangbanging don't get old? Why is it that stealing, killing, and robbing don't get old? Well, let me show y'all this. Doing this experiment with these rats, another thing that I found out is the reason that these rats were going to war like this, one, it was overpopulated. Two, it wasn't enough food. And three, these rats were too close in proximity. The rats that they separated separated some of the rats. The rats that they took out of that situation, guess what? Those rats lived normal rat lives. They were just normal rats. They were still happy. They were still running around, you know, shitting, you know, playing, kissing each other. They was just doing normal rat shit, whatever rats do. You know what I'm saying? They still was rats, but they turned these other rats that was in this situation, they left in that situation, they turned them into something else. They was monsters. They was beasts. You see what I'm saying? So I said that to say this. This is why I always say, leave your situation. Get out the hood. A lot of people will say, well, SN, you don't stay in Chicago no more. Or, why did you leave Chicago no more? Why did you leave Chicago in the first place? It's the same reason why Dirk, Chief Keef, G Herbo, and all of them left Chicago. This is the same reason they use rats to determine how our future was going to end up. Because simply put, guess what? It's too much going on. And a lot of these niggas just ain't gonna get the picture. Dr. Umar said something, and they talk about Dr. Umar. And he did whatever it was that he did, whether he was scamming or not, that I can't say. But one thing that Dr. Umar said, he said 10%, maybe more, of our children were gonna have to die in order for us to get the picture. He said that. And the crazy thing about it, that man one line worth of, not a word he said was a lie. Because we seeing it every day. We seeing it every day. And now it's getting worse. I just seen a situation where a man killed his baby mama. He killed his baby mama and then went and took his child. The baby looked just like him. Went and took his child and fed it to a fucking alligator. These are black people. These are black people. No offense to my European family, but we used to y'all doing shit like that. We was never doing shit like that. Now today you got stuff going on like that. I'ma feed my baby something that came out of me to an alligator. It ain't even so much as him whacking his baby mama, which that's some fucked up stuff too. Don't get me wrong, but you took your own seed and fed it and watched another animal devour your own seed, bro, because of something you and your baby mama had going on. It's crazy and it's sad. But I said it, and I'm going to keep saying it. If you got anything going on, leave out of that situation. For one, you want to protect yourself and make sure that you and yours are safe. For two, it's hard to really help when you're still in that situation. If you really want to help, leave out of that situation. And when I say leave out of that situation, I ain't necessarily just talking about move to a white neighborhood. No. Leave that city. You can move to a decent black neighborhood somewhere else where don't nobody know you at. But how you gonna really help people when you got motherfuckers looking for you to knock your shit off? How I'm gonna pay attention to what y'all got going on? How I'm gonna help y'all when I'm like this? Everywhere I go, I be seeing them niggas on live. Them niggas be like this. Them niggas be like this. The live ain't in this. The whole live, I done watched 30 minutes of this motherfucker live. And shit, what's the word? What y'all on? On that car? Who is that? The whole live about him watching his fucking back. Like, it's crazy. Real talk. So leave them situations, man. Get up out of them situations the best way you can so you can go back and help. You can pop in and then you can really do something. You know what I'm saying? That's the way you do it. Real talk. And we need to stop letting these people play us like puppets, man. Like, straight up. Y'all know I fell into the same trap. And I didn't catch but one robbery. And what they did, they tried to snap my motherfucking neck. And I'm still paying for something that I did when I was 18 years old at the age of 35. I'm still paying for it. I done did all type of years that went by. And I done became a man. When I was a boy at the time, I became a man, and I'm still paying for the shit, y'all. You know what I'm saying? All because of how this shit was set up. All because me not paying attention to what's really going on. I had a couple shorties DM me the other day, man, and it really motivated me. It really motivated me. And it motivated me because of the things that they were saying about the message that I was giving and about them, me encouraging them to not do drugs and stay out the streets. And I also want to say this. one primary reason that I just gave those shout outs to those bloggers is because the narrative dealing with the bloggers have changed. I can't lie. I'm going to acknowledge that, and I'm going to give every blogger their flowers because I noticed y'all ain't preaching that bullshit as much. Yeah, y'all arguing, y'all bickering, y'all doing, y'all niggerish. We all got a little bit of that in us, but now I'm seeing a lot of positive messages. I'm seeing a lot of stay out the streets. I'm seeing a lot of stay away from bullshit. I'm seeing a lot of, you ain't got to do this. I'm seeing a lot of take this road. It's a better road. I'm seeing a lot of that. And I commend y'all for that. Real talk. And them bloggers that I just named, I've seen it from all of them. Recently. So we can't say it's the bloggers no more. At first it was the bloggers, y'all messy. Now you can't even say it's the bloggers. It ain't the bloggers. It really never was the bloggers because bloggers just put out the content that we receive. It really never was the bloggers, but now bloggers are really trying to reach the people for real. And you got bloggers out here actually moving and trying to do stuff to reach the kids. And it ain't just as much talking as it was. And it ain't as much mess as it was. You know what I'm saying? Now, yeah, it's contradictory in a sense because it's a lot of street stuff involved with it. But at the end of the day, y'all got to look at it like this. If we don't post no street stuff, we won't get one view. And if we don't get no views, we not going to get paid. That's just the way it is. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. But I feel like if you could put that street stuff out there and still send a positive message, then more power to you, man. It is what it is. Y'all already know, man. Let me check some of these comments. Appreciate that last donation. That was from James Gelders. Blessing to you, SN, and rest in power. Sin for the P. Yeah, rest up my guy Sin, man. His funeral is gonna be underway like the end of this month. But what y'all can do is I appreciate that, James. James Brown, salute my dude. What y'all can do is y'all can research that. Y'all don't believe me? Y'all research John Calhoun, man. He actually got colleges named after him, man. Research John Calhoun. What? Time check?
Yeah, it's 11:50.
11:50. Okay. Y'all research John Calhoun and y'all will see that everything I said is right and exact. Brandon Williams just said something that's extremely true. I want everybody to read this comment. He said, every other race but our own has something to say negative about us, but we're being destructive to address it. At some point, we need to keep other races out of our business, instigating till one black man died. You see, Green Goblin, I was definitely looking forward to doing that Sin for the P documentary. Y'all know that was my boy. And I had love for Sin, but, his family felt some type of way. So I ended up, deciding not to do it. And, man, I hate that I ain't going to be able to do it, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all know that was my boy right there, man. Dude was, he was a good dude no matter what nobody said about him. I've learned in life that people going to talk, people going to say stuff, and people might have made bad decisions, and, people might have made mistakes in their past, man, but who the fuck am I to judge them? And that's all people do is try to judge this person and judge that person. I can't judge no damn body because I ain't perfect either. But, yeah, you right. You absolutely right. You absolutely right. With that last comment that I just read, brother, you right. We do got to keep people out of our business, and we got to, when this instigating take place, we got to understand how to recognize it, and we got to understand how to shut it down. A lot of it be with the music. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it be, I'm going to give this guy $1 million for dissing these guys in this song, And I know his ops broke. So I'm going to give this guy $1 million and then I'm going to boost him way up here. So what this going to do, this going to encourage his ops and people that may be allies to him and others to do the same thing that he did so they could try to get that $1 million. And this just creates destruction. So I definitely understand what you're saying. And that situation right there, it'll have to come in the future, man, because, you know, I'm a firm believer of it's hard for me to tell you to do something if I can't help you feed your family. So if I can't tell you to stop selling dope or stop doing this. I mean, I could, and I hope you would. That's why when I say stuff, I'm going to try to give you another, another route out. I'm going to try to give you another solution. You know what I'm saying? But when you broke, busted, and disgusted, it's hard to even listen to that. Yeah, that sound good, but I'm in a different position. I'm not in no position to where, I'm just living meal to meal. So somebody who living meal to meal, it's a little different with them. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of y'all ain't got to be out there. A lot of y'all ain't got to do that shit. A lot of y'all just doing it because chasing clout or for entertainment. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Like I said, man, I got that Chirac Street Legends coming, man. I need everybody to tune into it. I need y'all to share this. I need y'all to hit that like button. And I'm getting ready to clock out right here on this live, man. Y'all make sure that y'all leave 5 comments apiece, man, in the comment section. I love y'all. It's your boy SN, man. Happy Easter.